Hello and welcome to HD Movie Talk. I am your host, Dean's Beans, and as always, I'm joined by my friend from across the pond, from across the sea, but there is no distance in our friendship. There is no distance in our love for one another. It is Harlan Duffy. Hello.
You are adorable.
I can't help it.
I was, I think one of my favorite little jokes
Hmm.
is using the word pond and lake incorrectly.
Yeah,
And when in reference to a pond, you go, wow, that is a really small lake. And in reference to a lake, you say that's a really big pond.
yeah.
That was a joke I was making a couple days ago, and it was amazing. And everybody laughed, and they're like, Harlan, you're so cool. We can't believe you're this funny.
But the
Who
thing
said
is,
that?
if I was there, I would have backed you, and like I would have actually found it funny, unlike all these fake people you're talking about that definitely didn't find it funny.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What actually, knowing you, what I think actually happened was you said it to yourself because you were just there somewhere by yourself and then you laughed yourself.
I did laugh about it to myself before I said it out loud. But
So you went what a lake or pond,
yeah,
whatever the
what a,
joke
what a,
was.
what a
I
small
should
lake.
I should warn people I'm incredibly tired right now. So this is either going to be a real boring podcast or it's going to be absolutely bananas.
I think we have something new today,
We do. We're trying
and
something
I think
different.
it'll be fun.
I
Yeah, yeah.
think it will be boring as heck. So if you're listening, just stop right now. Bye.
It won't be. He's just
Harlan,
telling you that because it's just
I'm
secretly going to be our.
I'm playing hard to get.
Oh, you sly fox. What? My AirPod dropped out of my pocket. I don't know what I'm going to do
Oh,
now.
I thought you were in touch like that. Well, good thing you're not wearing your AirPods. Basically, Harlan, please explain what we're doing.
Okay, so we are going to put Spider-Man villains against Batman villains. We're gonna get 8 of Spider-Man's most iconic villains, 8 of Batman's most iconic villains, and put them head to head in a bracket system and see who comes out on top.
Yeah, yeah,
But
and
I do
then
have a question for you, Dean,
go.
that we haven't really gone over.
Hmm.
Are we like doing it based on like who would win in a fight?
I think just the better
Or
character throughout
okay.
fiction. It
Okay.
is interesting.
Okay, I agree with that.
So before we talk about this, I will ask the question though, because I see it on the internet 100 times. If Batman and Spider-Man swapped places, who do you think would cope better?
I feel like it has to be Batman.
Do you think Batman, like, how would Bat? I don't know if Batman would be able to fight half of Spider-Man's villains though.
Yeah, but he'd be able to maybe not like right away, but he'd be able to figure it out.
Yeah, I just mean like I what I always think is what I seen in an argument about this before. It's like when Spider-Man in the PS4 game like fights the Sinister Six and then like survives with just his life, any Batman would be dead.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
That
I
is
can't
very
see
true.
Batman going up against Electro. I can't see him going up against like Carnage.
Yeah, and that Spider-Man because I have 2 lists popped up because we're going to choose which 8 we think are the
Yeah, we
best
haven't
from each
chosen yet.
character, and I have like a list of both of them, and just like taking a quick glance, Spider-Man definitely does have more um
Physically.
physically
Yeah.
demanding foes.
I don't know if like Spider-Man would find the Joker so easy because he's a little jokester too, or if like the Joker would break him.
I feel like the Joker would destroy him. Wait, no. I feel like Spider-Man would destroy the Joker.
Yeah, probably. Anyway, so should we do you want to start with Batman or Spider-Man?
Um, let's. That's an excellent question. Do you have any preference?
Let's start with Batman. Why not?
All right. Okay,
Okay,
so number one,
I'll choose the
Batman.
first guy just to get him out of the way.
Oh,
First
okay.
Batman villain, Joker.
Yes, that is the
Easy.
joke. The Joker is almost as iconic, maybe if not more than Batman.
100% the most iconic villain maybe ever. You
Yeah.
know, they were like Darth Vader. Who's your second choice?
My second choice, I
Hmm.
think I would have to go Scarecrow.
I was not expecting you to say Scarecrow. I'm going to go a bit out of left field. I'm going to go Mr. Freeze.
Okay. That's a good one. That's a good one. So we're at 3 right now.
Yeah.
Bane. I think
Yeah.
that's one you
Bane.
gotta have.
Bane's good. So Batman has a lot of mobster villains. I'm going to go with who I think's the best, and I'm going to say Two-Face.
Yeah. I was worried you're gonna say like Falcone or something, and I'd be very upset with you. Um okay. So the Riddler is one of Batman's most iconic villains,
Yes.
but I don't think we should include him on this list
Interesting.
because he does have a lot of similarities to the Joker.
That's true.
Like, he's quirky, kind of same, like tries to outsmart Batman.
He's just like me.
And
He's
I
just
think we should get a
quirky.
wide variety of characters. And I
Yeah.
think so. Do you agree with that, or would you prefer we have Riddler
I'll see
instead?
how I feel. I'll see how this list is shaping out. I might sneak him
Okay,
in.
so we're at 4 right now.
We're at 5. We're at Joker,
Who do we have?
Scarecrow, Freeze, Bane, Two-Face. So I've given 3, you've given
Two-Face.
2.
Should you do Ra's al Ghul?
Oh, good one. I wasn't even thinking him. I think my final choice. It's a tricky one, but I think
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Harley Quinn. This is so we're missing some big names at the moment. We're missing like
We are.
Deathstroke,
Okay,
Deadshot,
I'm stuck between 2.
Penguin, Killer Croc, Poison Ivy.
I'm stuck between Poison Ivy and Penguin.
Ooh. I think
You
Poison
know what?
Ivy.
Penguin's kind of a mob boss.
Yeah,
We already have a mob boss.
yeah.
Poison Ivy.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. I think yeah, I think Penguin is very similar to Two-Face.
But we don't have Clayface.
Oh. Okay, how about we come back to our 2 lists and we edit them? So you're wanting to go, we can double it and go for 16 if you want.
Yeah, but then we're gonna have like Calendar Man on the like it's gonna be like a weird if we up it to 16. But like I'm just trying to think of it like I know we said we're just gonna do it on like what's a better villain in general, but like I'm trying to like have some sort of power scaling.
Should we? So you want to stick with 8? Because I think we could get to 16.
Let's stick with 8. Let's go to Spider-Man, and then we'll see how we feel.
That's a good plan. Okay, number 1 pick for Spider-Man goes to you. It's a tricky one. He doesn't have a definitive answer, but we'll get to like the big 3.
Okay, I would argue.
Yeah.
So Batman to Joker, the equivalent is Spider-Man to Green Goblin.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think it's less clear cut than that. I think there's 3 characters you could pitch as Spider-Man's main antagonist, and I'm going to go for a different one, and I'm going to say Dr. Octopus.
Yep, and then I'll say I'll say the third one.
Yeah,
Venom.
Yeah, and then I'll go. Oh,
so we're at 3 right now.
Yeah, I'll go Craven.
Really? Okay.
Just for I don't know. I just want to. I feel like he's a bit of fun.
This is difficult.
It's difficult. Who you put in?
I think I'm going to have to go. Okay, but if we put Lizard on this list, we have to put Killer Croc on the other one. I'm going to say Mysterio.
16.
Mysterio.
Oh, good choice. I'm going to go Kingpin.
Okay. So what are we at right now? 5?
We're on 6. See, this 6? Is your final choice.
Let's go Sandman.
Oh, I didn't even think of Sandman. I will go with It's a tricky one. Got some real good options. I'll go Electro.
Excellent choice. I think we should do 16. How long have we been recording? We're gonna fly through this.
Yeah.
We should
Yeah.
do 16. So
Okay,
we're gonna
16.
do
We'll go
a
back to
total of
Batman.
32 characters.
Yeah. We'll go back to
Back to
Batman.
Batman.
So at the moment,
Okay.
we've got Joker, Scarecrow, Mr. Freeze, Bane, Two-Face, Ra's al Ghul, Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy. The next choice is mine.
Okay.
I'll go with Penguin.
All right. Killer Croc.
Killer Croc. Just because you mentioned him earlier, I'll go Clayface.
That was my next one. I will say that I do think we should either have Deadshot or Deathstroke, not the both of them, because they're basically the same exact character.
Which one do you think is more of a Batman villain rather than just a
Deathstroke?
Deathstroke? It is,
right?
Yeah, yeah. I'll put the Riddler in.
Okay. Now, if we're upping it to 16,
Yeah, you chuck the Riddler in there.
all right. So what are we at right now?
So we're at 13.
13. Okay. Do we count Catwoman?
I was just thinking that. I think yes.
Okay, Catwoman. Because
Yeah,
Catwoman.
Catwoman was going to be my next choice, just to up the numbers a bit. I'm gonna maybe another bit out of left field one. I'll go Hugo Strange.
Good choice.
And just the final pick goes to you, Calendar Man.
No. Man Bat.
Good choice. I didn't even. Oh, you're coming up with good ones. Okay, so moving back to Spider-Man. At the moment, we have Green Goblin, Doctor Octopus, Venom, Craven, Mysterio, Kingpin, Sandman, Electro. The next pick is yours.
Lizard.
I'm going to go Carnage.
Yep, good choice. Black Cat.
Black Cat. I will go Vulture.
Morbius.
Sorry, what was that?
Morbius.
So I okay, whatever.
It's a Spider-Man villain, man. I know.
He is a Spider-Man, but he's perhaps Spider-Man's greatest foe to the box office. I feel like we're forgetting someone obvious here, so I'm just running through like.
Yeah, we're forgetting two big ones.
Two big ones, aren't we?
Yeah,
I'll go. Scorpion.
One big one.
I'll go Scorpion.
Yeah, Scorpion's cool. I'll go Rhino.
Of course, Rhino. And then the final pick.
Final pick. Pressure's on.
The pressure is on. I kind of want to just go Shocker, but he's boring.
There's Prowler.
Prowler's good, but I would put that more with Miles. So instead, I'll go Chameleon.
That's true. Chameleon?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good choice.
Okay, so we've got our 32. Let's just make a bracket list, then we can go through this. Okay, after no time at all, it was as easy as anything. We have the brackets here ready to talk about. But before we get into them, Harlan just wanted to share some honorable mentions that we both forgot from Spider-Man and Batman villains, but we still choose not to include because they haven't made the cut of the top 16.
Hobgoblin.
Yep, who cares?
Didn't include him. Solomon Grundy.
Who cares?
Him. Jason Todd.
Yeah.
Red Hood, that's a little controversial.
Is he a villain? Is he not? Sometimes whatever.
And that's really.
And then just like a bunch of symbiotes no one cares about.
Yeah. And
yeah.
Half of which are Venom villains, arguably. So
very, very true. But anyway, should we jump into this little bit of fun?
Yes, let's jump into this little bit of fun.
Okay, so first up, we have Deathstroke v Dr. Octopus. I think this one should be easy.
Okay. Yeah. I will say Deathstroke is one of he's probably gotten the closest to taking out Batman.
Yeah, he's unique. It's always good.
But I think Dr. Octopus just has more depth as a character in his connection to Peter.
And just has more character. Like, it's difficult
Yeah.
not to choose him when he's in everything. So Dr. Octopus is through. Next one is a really tricky one to think about. Who do you think is hotter, Jared Leto or Margot Robbie?
Ooh, that's so true. I didn't even think about that. They're that's so Joker.
But for our people who can only listen to this and currently are not watching our faces, we're talking about Harley Quinn v Morbius.
It's gotta be Harley Quinn. Like
Yeah.
it's
Like,
just
name one thing you know about Morbius that you would have known if the movie never existed.
um that he sucked plasma in the cartoon because he couldn't
Nice.
suck blood because that was against TV guidelines.
Nice. Now this one is an interesting one.
Mm,
Ra's al Ghul versus Rhino. Very different villains.
very different
We
villain.
did
Ra's al
we
Ghul, I think.
I just quickly want to say we were talking about pairing these guys up with like their counterparts, but we
Mhm.
chose not to because we didn't want to get rid of like the best villains immediately.
But strange coincidences can happen.
Yeah, as I just
Anyways,
noticed further down.
um, Ra's al Ghul, I find to be an incredibly boring villain personally.
Really?
I don't really like cool. I like as a villain, I find Rhino to actually be much more intriguing.
I was gonna say, but I find Rhino quite uninteresting.
Well, like the
Not
fact that like he's
uninteresting.
stuck in this armor and he can't take it off, and he's kind of like
Yeah.
a monster. I think that's cool. But
I'm
Ra's al
happy.
Ghul, his like reanimating powers is
Yeah.
also pretty cool.
I am happy to go with Rhino, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I am leaning towards Rhino, but easy. That'd be very easy to flip.
Oh, it's a tricky one.
I think Ra's al Ghul has a lot more story, and he does have a lot more character.
That's
Um,
true.
but like he's my least favorite villain in Batman Begins, and he's my like I really don't like him in Arkham City.
I like him in Arkham City. Yeah, and Rhino is a bit of fun. Let's go Rhino. Just thanks to Paul Giamatti.
Oh, you can go Ra's al Ghul.
Okay, next up we have Man Bat v Electro. This is I don't know because Electro's never really grabbed me as being super interesting, and I think Man Bat is quite interesting.
Yeah, Man-Bat has like that Dr. Frankenstein kind of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Is that right? Did I say that right?
Yeah, yeah,
I think I don't know. I like those little like monster characters.
yeah. He's definitely not a leading villain. He couldn't be like the villain of a film.
But I would argue neither's Electro.
I think yeah, they've done it.
They tried.
They
Don't you
tried,
know?
but to be fair, don't you know? He's Electro.
So where are you leaning on this one?
I'm leaning towards Man Bat.
All right, let's go Man-Bat.
Mammoth Batter. And it's just a fun, silly name, isn't it? Good fun.
It is a fun name because Man-Bat versus Batman.
Oh, that's why he's called
Ooh.
that. Oh, I thought it's because he's a man and also a bat.
This next one I think is actually very interesting.
The two actors of Clayface v Mysterio.
Yeah, and they're both like illusionists.
Yeah, they're both being a bit tricky.
And although I think Clayface is cool, I think how Mysterio works and how he's able to be interpreted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just cool. And
I'd go Mysterio as well.
You go Mysterio? Cool.
Yeah.
And Mysterio is more iconic. Like Clayface is mud and you got a fishbowl head.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry,
they're both solid, but Mysterio takes it. Next one. Two cat themed villains. Catwoman v Kraven the Hunter.
So
I think we have to rate Catwoman as a villain and not as what she is otherwise a lot of the time.
So how would that be different?
I don't know. I don't think we can like count her times as an anti-hero or like a Batman ally. I think we just have to focus on her as a villain.
Well,
And when she's a
I do
villain,
think Craven's cooler.
yeah, that's true.
Like Craven can get up to a lot more like superpowered hijinks than Catwoman can.
Yeah.
At least from the, like, I'm sure there's Catwoman gets like superpowers in some comics and
Yeah.
the movie.
Okay. Now I'm
Oh,
thinking about
the
the movie. I
movie.
have to give it to Craven.
Yeah, that just ruined it. I'm sorry.
Just because, no, just
I'm sorry,
because
Michelle Pfeiffer, but
Catwoman is an interesting character, but as if we're talking about who's a better villain, it's Craven.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Next up, we have Joker v the Carnage.
These are both arguably each protagonist's craziest villain.
Yeah, I think this one does have an easy solve, and I think it goes without saying, although it is a shame to lose Joker in round one.
You're a silly goose. Joker wins.
Joker wins. Carnage is good.
Joker's gonna get up there. Like
Yeah,
Joker's is gonna plow through whoever's in his way.
definitely. Next up, we have Two-Face v Scorpion.
Okay. Scorpion's cool. I had a Scorpion toy growing up. However,
It's got to be
Scorpion
Two.
doesn't have a long Halloween
Yeah,
story.
it's got to be Two-Face. Two-Face is iconic. I think Two-Face could be. You could put him in like the top 3 Batman villains.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, next up, we're at the halfway point of round one. We've got Mr. Freeze v Vulture.
Once again, Mr. Free. Like this is the two scientists.
Yeah,
You know, they're both old. But
Yeah.
Mr. Freeze, although I think, you know, when it came out, I would at first go Vulture. Mr. Freeze over time has gotten such an interesting
yeah.
is developed a very interesting character that he
And I just want to see him again in live action desperately.
played by Bryan Cranston.
Oh wow, how original of you.
What did you clicked it wrong? I can't believe you.
No one saw that.
So what?
What? Okay, Mr. Freeze wins. Next round, Killer Croc v Lizard. Now this is the weird coincidence.
Yes. So like I chose Killer Croc in my mind to pair it up with the Lizard because they're like kind of the same.
Yeah.
But with that said, Killer Croc doesn't really have any character outside being a crocodile.
Well, the Lizard does. If we're talking about who would win in a fight,
I'm
I
sure
think
he does.
Killer Croc would kill Lizard.
But what Killer Croc is it?
And what
like,
Lizard is it?
If it's Suicide Squad Killer Croc against the Amazing Spider-Man Lizard, I think the Lizard would win.
Yeah.
With comics, I think Killer Croc would win.
Yeah.
But I do think Lizard just has a cooler character into Kurt Connors and his connection to Peter.
Mhm.
Killer Croc doesn't have a connection to Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, I clicked the wrong thing again. I'm choosing Lizard. Okay, Penguin v Chameleon. I think this is an easy one. I would go Penguin.
Really? But
Yeah.
the Chameleon is so cool.
Yeah, but I just haven't seen enough cool Chameleon stuff or read enough cool Chameleon stuff. And the Penguin is iconic. And he's just a fun little guy, you know? And I think he does have that connection to Batman.
Have you seen Spectacular Spider-Man?
No, because I watched some of it with you, remember?
Right. But the Chameleon is really good in that.
Yeah, but think about how good Penguin is in the Arkham games.
Fine, we can go Penguin.
He's just a silly little. I keep clicking the wrong thing. Okay, next is the Riddler v Kingpin.
The Riddler's fun. He's an interesting character, and I find it really funny that he wasn't in the animated show a lot, only because the writers didn't want to make riddles. But Kingpin is he's iconic. He's not only one of the most iconic Spider-Man villains, but one of the most iconic Marvel villains.
I'm happy to go with Kingpin there. Okay, Scarecrow v Green Goblin.
Um,
It's got to be the Green Goblin, surely.
it's got to be Green Goblin. Scarecrow's really cool.
I think they're quite
Um,
similar. I didn't click on the wrong thing
did it
again.
again.
I think they're quite similar in a lot of ways,
Yeah.
but it's got to be Gobby, as I call them, because we're mates.
Who do we have here? Poison Ivy versus Black Cat.
I know who I'm backing here, but would you agree?
Poison Ivy has cooler powers, as in has powers. Um, but Black Cat is more iconic than Poison Ivy.
Yeah, but once again, we're considering them as villains and not as everything else they are.
That's true, but both play anti-hero roles.
That's true, but yeah, I'd
One
go
more
for
than the
Poison
other.
Ivy. I think she's got more motivation. I think I would argue Poison Ivy is more iconic. I think.
You think I don't think that's true, but I'll give you Poison Ivy.
Okay, I think if you showed a picture of Black Cat to just a stranger in the street, there's like a 50% chance they'd go, "Oh, that's Catwoman."
I think it's really close.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, Bane v Sandman. This is a tricky one.
This is tricky. Sandman is one of the most OP villains of all time.
Yeah,
and as long as he doesn't get close to any water.
And Bane broke the Bat's back.
That's true. Both are in the worst movie out of each protagonist's respective trilogy.
Yeah.
There was a lot of S's in there for me. That was pretty hard.
So, in one of your TikToks recently, it was about Fortnite, and you said the word literally right at the start of it.
Literally,
you went Fortnite literally hit things across the world, and I had to resist the urge so much to comment on it. And I read the comments, and I was like, no one's commented it. Clearly, this is just me that picks up on Harlan saying this. I just won't say anything. And I was just like, put your phone away, Dean.
I say Sandman.
Okay. I'm not 100% happy with that.
Because Bane is cool, but Sandman is cooler.
But I might push back a bit here. I think Bane's had more of an impact on Batman than Sandman has on Spider-Man.
That's true, but in every interpretation aside from comics, I feel like Sandman's been more impactful than Bane. Ooh, that is a controversial statement, but I think it's true.
Okay, we'll stick with that. The next one, I know which way this is going to go, and I'm unhappy to see it.
I know you love yourself some Hugo Strange.
I think honestly, Venom. So this is Hugo Strange v Venom. Venom is a pretty good villain. Hugo Strange is great. If we were doing who is the most underrated villain, I think Hugo Strange could win all this, and like the Venom would go out round one. But yeah, I think we do have to go.
That's not the list we're doing.
No,
it's Venom.
Venom. Okay, back to the top we go. Now we're going to get some Spider-Man versus Spider-Man and Batman versus Batman. Maybe we'll see how well split we have done this.
All right. So first up, we have Dr. Octopus versus Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Both iconic to each character.
Yeah.
But
would I be insane?
We're not arguing for iconic.
No, yeah. But would I be insane for saying Harley Quinn is more iconic than Dr. Octopus?
Yeah. No, but to their character, yes.
Yeah, I can see that. So like, I think
Harley Quinn. Yeah, I think if this is a villain tier list, Dr. Octopus is more of an iconic Spider-Man villain than Batman. Harley Quinn is an iconic Batman villain.
Yeah, you're right. Harley Quinn's a great character, but she works better as a protagonist and as an anti-hero type thing.
Yeah.
Okay, next up, interesting one: Rhino v Man-Bat.
I think I might go Man-Bat.
Yeah, let's go Man-Bat.
Just because I like the monster characters. But
Yeah.
just the fact that Man-Bat transforms and Rhino's just like stuck that way makes
Yeah.
me like Man-Bat a little bit more.
Who would have thought that Man-Bat is getting all this way through?
I know. I mean, he's not going to make it next round, but
Well, we'll get to that, won't we? Okay,
we will.
first we've got Spider-Man v Spider-Man.
Yep.
Mysterio
versus Craven. So both are iconic Spider-Man villains, but I just like Mysterio more.
I think you have to go Mysterio. I think your answer may change after you've played a certain video game that's coming up.
Maybe, but my answer. Am I frozen?
No.
Oh, okay. My computer's just acting up. But that answer might say the same after I see a certain untitled movie that's going to come out.
I would be amazed if that's true.
Well, no, it remains the same.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Next up, we have Batman v Batman.
Here, hold on 1 second.
Oh, dear. Next up is Joker versus Two-Face. Once Harlan's back from whatever he's doing, I think there's only one way this can go. And I think it is obvious to us all.
Yeah. I see.
So we're going Joker.
Yeah, we're going Joker.
Okay. We're flying through this now. These we've had a few easy ones. I think this is another easy one. Mr. Freeze v Lizard. Is he coming back, or is Harlan's face about to reappear? Hello.
No, I had to. My camera died.
Wow, how professional
Even though
of
it
you.
said it was full battery, it definitely wasn't.
Okay. Mr. Freeze or Lizard? I'm going Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze or Lizard? Yeah, Mr. Freeze.
Okay. Do you think it's unfair that Mr. Freeze goes by Mr. Freeze when he's a doctor?
That is unfair, but that may have not been established when they made the character.
Yeah.
And then you kind of back into a corner at that point.
That's true. Okay. Now this one is another one of those little coinky dinks.
Penguin yes, it is.
The Kingpin. I would argue Penguin.
We have to go Kingpin.
I would argue Penguin's more iconic. I'd agree to go Kingpin. I think it is Kingpin's the better character, but Penguin is more iconic, I would argue.
To the protagonist.
Yeah, but Penguin and Kingpin do have a connection, yeah. No, sorry, Penguin and Batman have a connection.
Oh no, I was arguing that Kingpin has worse of a connection to Spider-Man than yeah. I thought you were going to click Penguin there.
Ah, so who?
I'm fine with Kingpin. I'm fine with Kingpin.
Would you rather Kingpin?
Yeah.
I think Kingpin is a better villain.
And that's only because when Kingpin is against Spider-Man, it's so much more striking than when Penguin is against.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I think Kingpin is a mental and a physical threat to Spider-Man.
Yeah, where Penguin is barely either.
Yeah. Okay. Another easy one. Green Goblin versus Poison Ivy.
Green Goblin.
Yeah. Easy. And the final one of round 2 is Sandman v Venom.
It's heartbreaking, but we gotta go Venom.
We gotta go Venom, even though I think he's overrated.
A little bit. But he's still a pretty sick villain. Like, he's a cool villain.
Yeah, okay, so that's round 2 done. We're into the semi-finals. Just a quick observation. There were slightly more Spider-Man characters in round 2 than there were Batman characters, because I think at the end of this, we will have to come to a consensus. But first, Dr. Octopus versus Man-Bat. Easy. 3, 2, 1. Doc Ock.
Oh, sorry. Everyone does.
Just okay. I'll give you another go coming up because I think the next one's really easy. We have Mysterio v Joker. 3, 2, 1. Joker.
Joker.
No, you're supposed to say it after 1. I'm not saying go.
Oh, after 1?
Yes, I don't say
On
go.
one?
No, after. Well, anyway, here's a tricky one for you.
Okay.
I don't think it's tricky. Mr. Freeze v Kingpin.
Okay.
I don't know who I want, so we can talk about this one.
Okay. Mr. Freeze is a cool villain, but so is Kingpin. They I I don't want to count the Netflix Kingpin because that has no relation to Spider-Man.
Yes, that is not. Yeah,
So I think we should go Mr. Freeze.
yeah.
Because I think when Kingpin goes up against Spider-Man, it's pretty black and white.
I think when I think you go Mr. Freeze if you're talking about Spider-Man v Batman villains, because Kingpin has so many other characters he would fight. And I think he's still just as interesting against Daredevil as he is against as he is against Spider-Man. Yeah. Now, big one next. We were talking about the big three Spider-Man villains: Green Goblin v Venom. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are we finally getting rid of Venom?
I guess we get, but Venom's just so cool.
But it's Green Goblin, like Willem Dafoe.
Green Goblin is. We were talking about how Spider-Man's Joker is Green Goblin. Like that's his most iconic villain.
Yeah, and we've said this many times. This isn't a competition in iconicness, but
no, but like it's not. But so many fantastic Spider-Man stories have Green Goblin as the main antagonist.
Yeah, you're right. I think it is Green Goblin. Venom's good, but also Venom is very good as a protagonist in his own story.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
so should we leave it here and then go do the other side, or should we just finish this off?
I think we finish this off. Interestingly, the semi-final is equal number Batman as it is Spider-Man.
That's true. I think I know how it's going to go, though, which is very interesting.
I think the next two rounds are easy. Okay. Let's start at the bottom. Let's change it up a bit. Let's go Mr. Freeze v Green Goblin. Oh.
It's got to be Green Goblin.
I really love Mr. Freeze. I do. And I'm disappointed to see him fall.
Yeah, but you have the Willem Dafoe Green Goblin. You have the Green Goblin can get huge. He can be in a suit of armor. There's so many more, and you have like the multiple personality thing.
But that is just because Mr. Freeze hasn't been given the chance.
Okay, he hasn't been given the chance. But then why are we doing a bracket list for? That's a different bracket list of people who haven't had a chance.
You'd win it because you're bloody. Okay, Green Goblin.
What are you trying to say here?
Green Goblin is through to the final. This next one, I feel like it's pretty cut and dry, but part of me, maybe it's just the contrarian within. We've got Dr. Octopus v Joker as our second semi-final game.
Okay, you know what? We know how this is going to go, but let's just give it to Dr. Octopus. You did great. We love you. But you're going against the most iconic villain of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just how it is. You're an A-tier villain. Everybody loves you.
Yeah.
You're simply not good enough.
Joker, it is. Okay. The question is, because do you think Dr. Octopus is the second best Spider-Man villain?
I don't know.
I think so.
Top three.
Do you think Mr. Freeze is the second best Batman villain?
No.
Who would you put second?
I don't know, but not Mr. Freeze.
Well, you have to give me a name. Or who's better than Mr. Freeze but worse than Joker?
I don't know. You're putting me on this. Ask me at the end of once we go through the other side.
Okay. And then the final. Refreshed. There's only one answer. It's Joker v Green Goblin.
Okay, before before you
You
close
have
your
really,
mind off.
you really have won me over with this versatility of Goblin thing.
Oh, have I?
Like that is really
It,
like, yeah,
Willem Dafoe in No Way Home was also really good.
yeah. But then
He's like Green Goblin is just such a versatile character, and Joker is fantastic, but we kind of get the same
I would
thing
argue we
from
definitely don't
no,
get the same thing. I think the Joker we
no,
have
yeah,
has got,
as
yeah. If you think like
as I was
Heath
saying that, I
Ledger,
kind of
yeah, sorry, Heath Ledger to Joaquin Phoenix to Jared Leto to, you know, Jack Nicholson.
and the Killing Joke, Mark Hamill. There's, but
Oh, now you
like,
mentioned Mark
those are
Hamill,
all.
that's changing everything.
I do love that Joker.
Are you just trying to play the contrarian here, or do you actually think it's Green Goblin?
I actually don't know. Let's give it to Joker. But like, it's just hard because Joker's like the best villain of all time,
Joker's
and
the
it's
easy
part of
choice. If we
yeah.
don't choose Joker, people are going to be beside themselves. But Green Goblin does have so much versatility, and Willem Dafoe is great.
But you know what? Whatever characters are going to get it up to this point are going to be fantastic.
Yeah,
So it's going to be hard either way, but it has to be Joker.
yeah. When you and like the mystery around it, okay, yeah. Joker wins. Okay, so can I make a statement just to end this debate of Spider-Man v Batman rogues and see if you agree with it?
Sure.
I think Batman has the most iconic villains, but Spider-Man has the better villains overall.
I would agree with that.
Because
I at first when you started saying that, I was like, I don't know. But the more I'm thinking about it, like Batman's villains, like the top 3 or 5 are very interesting and very complex. But once you get out of those top 5, it's all cut
yeah,
and dry.
yeah, and yeah, obviously Joker was always going to win, but like if you look at this list and if you're looking for like complex villains, you don't look at Vulture or like you don't look at Vulture or Electro. You look at like Man Bat and you look at Two Face and you look at Doctor. Well, you look at Mister Freeze. You know,
Right.
I don't know. I think I think Spider Man does have the better. It's a question as old as time.
Um, I do think it is interesting that you say that because when we were doing this at first, when we got past the first round of characters, you even said, you know, we're looking like we have mostly Spider-Man characters. This might be an issue, but the 5 or so that made it to that next round are like some of the best villains of all time. And as we got slower down the list, it was less Spider-Man villains and more Batman villains.
Yeah, it's tricky. I think. Oh, I don't know what I think anymore.
About what?
Who's got the better villains? I think I'm gonna say Spider Man.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Batman has the best one.
yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna ask you one question to finish on, and it's a question that I see asked a lot in nerd circles, and I think it's quite interesting.
Okay.
If Batman had a Sinister Six, who would you choose to be on his team?
Well, you gotta have Joker.
Yeah.
Joker, Mr. Freeze.
Mm-hmm.
Um, then I think once you get there, you need to have like the heavy hitter, the big dude. So you'd have your Killer Croc.
Yeah.
Scarecrow.
Yeah.
He would bring a lot of versatility. Then you Deathstroke.
Yeah.
Your, super good at fighting guy.
Yeah.
And then I have one left. Maybe Bane.
Yeah, I think I would go. I'd go very similar. I'd definitely go Joker, Deathstroke, Bane. I might go like I'd go Poison Ivy, Mr. Freeze,
That's
And then-
5. Who's your last one?
And then maybe like a Clayface.
Clayface. But no Scarecrow.
Actually, yeah, it's what. Maybe I'd go Scarecrow instead of Clayface. Yeah,
So the only difference we have was I did
Poison
Killer
Ivy.
Croc instead of Poison Ivy.
Yeah. You know, two of the worst villains in Batman live action that have appeared.
Who?
Poison Ivy and Bane and Killer Croc.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was there. Oh yeah. Oh, that is flashbacks.
Killer
How did you
Croc or
feel about this
Poison?
bracket? Sort
I'm
of.
happy with it. I'm happy with it. And I think
Yeah.
Joker was always going to win, but I do think overall Spider-Man wins.
Put up a good fight, but I don't think any villain is gonna be more iconic or just better than Joker.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah. But overall, Spider-Man does win best villains in our eyes, which means that's the facts.
You know what though?
Mm-hmm.
It's very fortunate that this was not a biopic antagonist ranking,
Yeah.
because if it was, Mamma Mia, pizza pie.
Thank you
Oof.
for listening, everyone. That was our Italian accent of the week. That's it.
Adios.
I'm just leaving the American accent there because I feel like that really lackluster one is just the best thing to end on. And it really just shows how much we just, you know, how much we're committed to this dumb bit.
Uh-huh.
I
think like, so you're so tired.
Yeah.
It's fascinating just watching you try to stay awake.
You're making it sound like, oh, it's such a boring time. I've been trying to stay awake during this.
No. That's not it. But like, I feel like you're beginning to become.
Oh, I'm gonna, once this ends, I'm gonna go have a wee. I'm gonna fall into bed and sleep.
And whoa, wow.
There's currently some stuff on my bed, and I think I'm just gonna push it off.
A shelf, bed shelf.
Yeah.
Gonna make a bed shelf.
Yeah.
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 So why don't we end this podcast, Dean?
Do you wanna sing me a lullaby?
No.
No. Okay, you can do that off camera.
I will. Well, you'll fall asleep FaceTiming me. It'll be okay.
Okay. Thanks for listening, guys. What are we talking about next week? Wouldn't you like to know? Wouldn't you like to know? So just wait and find out. Stop being so impatient. You can't get everything you want immediately in life all the time. Okay, so just chill out a bit. Yeah. Thanks for listening.
This podcast is a day late. Who cares?
Yeah, we do. We you don't pay us for this. You're welcome.
We don't pay by the rules. Play by the rules.
What time is it there for you? Do you need to go to sleep?
I don't know. It's about 17 o'clock.
17 o'clock.
That's actually right. I tried to say that like in like a silly goose and say a number that doesn't exist, but it is 17 o'clock.
Say a number that doesn't exist, and you settled on 17.
Okay, well, I said a number that doesn't, like, I don't use military time.
Yeah, because you're dumb. Why are we still here?
I don't know, because you haven't clicked.
I try not to talk to you outside of the bare minimum. I meant to say that off recording.
That's so true. Whoops. That is literally like it was so funny how when you texted me, hey, when should we record? Like literally the text above that was this link to record last time.
Harlan, I was thinking about this today. We have a really odd friendship in the way that we talk every single week, but the way we communicate is just by recording ourselves for an hour.
And it's so strange because like it's not like a forced friendship.
No, because we get on very well, and it's not like, I don't know. It's just we talk to each other every week.
We should end this podcast.
I think I think people are really fascinated by this insight into, but we should end. You're right. This is who have stuck around for this long are really like they're really reaping the rewards of
They're
it.
just in it for the HG
Yeah.
talk
The
lore.
thing is, I feel like just anyway. Finish this, and I'll press this end button.
Okay, bye.